So welcome, Friday, last day. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to be talking about standardizing Power BI reports with custom themes and templates. Give you a quick background about myself. I'm a solution architect, Microsoft MVP, independent consultant. If you can't tell, I've been in SharePoint for a long time, but I then kind of crossed over going back to my dev roots, Power BI, Power Platform, Power Apps, Flow, Power Automate. Yeah, I'm a trainer and consultant, and I love dogs. So if you follow me on Twitter, you probably see my dogs, but get to go home to them in a week. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about is Power BI themes and templates, and I have, 20 minutes. I love Power BI. Power BI is actually what brought me back to the cloud, and I love working with Power BI Desktop. So a lot of people weren't aware of this, that you actually can create your own custom themes for Power BI. So when you're in Power BI, you have in Power BI Desktop, you can apply different themes to change the colors. So common scenario is to have your corporate colors of your organization. You can also change your icon sets and apply new default visual formatting. When you apply your report theme, what will happen is all of this will change here, and it'll use the colors that are part of your theme. Now, there are some exceptions. Some custom visuals will not apply your theme. Now, I also do custom visual development, so I'm starting to work with applying themes and stuff like that. So that's kind of fairly new to me, but once I start getting more involved in it, I'll start blogging some how-to stuff on that. Okay, so when you want to use your themes, one of the things that I recommend first off when you work with Power BI is no matter what, if you're data modeling or not, always build your report first using Power BI Desktop. Always start there, build your report. I mean, that's where, one, it's more powerful, two, you do your data modeling, and three, you apply your themes. The other thing, the reason why I tell you to do that is if you start building your report directly in the service, you will not be able to download an actual PBIX file. So, but if you create your report and upload it, then you can actually download it from the service. And I'm just telling you that as a recommended tip. But what happens is you go into Power BI Desktop, then on the top you have an option to switch your theme. So then you'll see a bunch of different theme options here. And then if I want to import my theme, I click on Import, Browse, and you're going to go to find a JSON file. So the structure of a report theme is a JSON file. And on that JSON file, you have the name, which that is absolutely required. And then that is the only required field, but why would you want just the name? You need to also have at least one color, so I should update my slides. But your data colors are a list of hexadecimal colors. I came from the HTML web development world, so I'm very used to hex colors, but you can also find color pickers online and so on. So in this case, I've got data colors that I'm setting here. And then from there, my background of my report is going to be white. My foreground, I would have a foreground color and then some table accent there. So this is a very minimum, but there's several color classes, but you can go even further on that. So here's the very basic level. On the very basic level, I have my name in the JSON file. And then all the other names are optional. So on this case, here is my name, here's the list of data colors, and then you can also have some status colors. So if it's good, it's going to be this color, neutral, that color, bad, maximum, center, minimum, null. So you can extend that a lot further. But if you're brand new to working with custom themes and JSON, then what I recommend is start very small, play around with it, and then start to dive into it further and go in and modify that theme. Here's another sample theme here where I've got my name. I'm setting by color classes. So this is just some different examples here. And then once you use your custom theme, then you can go on and save it as a template. But now I'm going to go ahead and go to my demo here. So I've got Power BI Desktop, and in this case, I can go to switch a theme, and if I want to switch a theme, hold on. There we go. Here's what you get out of the box. Here's the colors, and then if I scroll down, I can click on more themes, or I can click here to import my theme or go to the theme gallery. So what I'll do first is go to the theme gallery. So when I click on theme gallery, this is going to take me to the Power BI community where there's a bunch of themes here that you can download. And this is, what I love about Microsoft now is, and the community, is the fact that it's all about contributing. So you've got things on GitHub, and then you have here your galleries. So if you come up with a theme, you can publish it here and share it with the community. But I can scroll down here and see I've got different themes that I can click on preview. And then if I want to download the theme, I would just go ahead and click on the name. So I'll click on the name here. And then first things first, it's going to give me a preview of this theme, of a report using these theme colors. And you can see how it's being applied. And then I'll scroll down here. And if I want to download it, I'm going to go ahead and download the JSON file. I'll download that. Whoops, hang on. Let's go up to here. I'll just download it to my desktop. Now, I'm on Windows 10. And if I'm on Windows 10, when you download script files and zip files and things like that, Windows 10 will automatically block that file. It will protect it. So if you're downloading these JSON files and you're on Windows 10, the first thing you want to do is check the properties of the file. And you want to check the properties, and if you'll know it's blocked if you see an unblock option here. So the first thing you do is click on this, check it, apply, unblock that file. So once you unblock the file, I'll click the checkbox, click apply. And when you unblock it, now you know it's unblocked because that option here goes away. So now my file is ready to use. So I'm going to click OK, go back to Power BI Desktop. And here I have a theme. And this theme is, of course, this theme, it's using one of the out-of-the-box themes here, and then I have a background image. So you can apply background images to your reports too. And if you want to apply a background image, you would just click on the format option here and make sure you don't have a visual selected. Because if you have a visual selected, you're going to get the formatting options for that visual. So you want to make sure you don't have a visual selected. I click on the formatting option here, and then I can go to page background. And if I go to page background, here, you'll see that I'm actually applying a background image. I'm fitting it to normal, and then I'm setting the transparency. I can also change the color of that transparency. So right now, I have it set to white. But if I want to change that, you'll see, just keep an eye on the graphics of the Estee Lauder. They're cosmetics, right? So we've got some smeared lipstick in the background. And so I'll go ahead and play around with that transparency. So I can just go ahead and make it darker, make it lighter, and so on. And then I can change the color here. So instead of white, maybe I want to apply black. Well, now this isn't applying because of the type of image that I'm using. So you'll see that there's some properties that will be ignored based upon what type of image you're working with. So in that case, it didn't matter if I have that white or black. And I can revert. So I have that. Now let's go to the colors. So I have my themes. So here's the out-of-the-box themes here on the top that I can choose. And what I'll do is I'll go ahead and select one of these first, and then I'll import my custom theme so you can see how it's being applied. So I'll switch themes and maybe go to title. And if I go to title, look at that. It actually applied to the background that I had there. Then it also changed the colors. So it's applying this theme to my report. Now I'll go ahead and click on the different pages. And if I click on the different pages here, you see that it's applied it to each of the different report pages. Then let's go ahead and switch the theme again. Let's try Divergent. So you'll notice that the theme is applying different things. And then I'll go ahead and import my custom theme. So if I want to import my theme here, I'm just going to go ahead and click on Import Theme right here. Okay, so I'm going to click on Import. And then what I have is I have some theme files I downloaded. And so in here, you'll see I have quite a few different JSON files. And each of these files are going to be different depending upon what was applied. And so I know I downloaded one of Treb's, another MVP's theme, because it's Tumble Road in the name, and his business used to be called Tumble Road. So let's go ahead and open up Treb's JSON file. So I'll go ahead and open this up, and this is Tumble Road. So if I click on Tumble Road here you're going to see that I have a name. I've got the name Tumble Road. I have some data files, colors, data colors being applied, background, and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and report that theme, or import that theme, report that theme, import. I'm going to import the theme, and when I import it, it's going to switch to my custom theme. And then what I'll do, it's giving me a message here, letting me know that my theme has been imported successfully. So then I'll go ahead and click Close. And what I can do is I'm going to go ahead and click on a visual. Now I do have, the cool thing, there's more and more features that keep getting released, but you can actually group visuals now. So of course this visual is grouped because when I select, I actually have a box selected around the whole thing. Then I'm going to go ahead and make sure that I have the one selected. And when I have the single visual selected, you'll notice that my selection area changes a little, and then this updated right here with the properties. So now I'll go to my properties, and if I click on the data colors, here's the theme colors that are being applied. So these data colors here are the data colors that are being pulled on this line up here. So if I were to go ahead and change the theme again, let me go back here. I'll switch it and import another theme. I'll do the Excel 2016. Now you'll notice it changes, gets applied, and then you'll notice my data colors change right here. So this is cool, it's fun, easy. So then you can apply that. And notice too, this theme did not change the background. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and save this file. I'm going to save a duplicate version of it. I'm going to close it after it saves. Come on. And let's say that a custom theme has been applied to a report, but you don't have that JSON file. What you can do is I just saved a backup or another version of my file. I thought I did. Where did I save it? Let's open this again. Well, let me just show you anyways. So if you have your PBIX file, what you can do is I'll just go ahead and copy this one and paste it. If you guys can't tell, I'm exhausted. What you can do is the file extension is PBIX. That's your Power BI file. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to change this to .zip. So because the PBIX file is actually a packaged file. So I'm going to go ahead and change this to .zip. And it's prompting me, giving me a warning. That's OK. It's Windows 10 saying, hey, are you sure you want to change this extension? I'm going to go ahead and click yes. And then I'm going to double click and open. And when I open it, here's what's in my file. This is what's in my PBX file. So what you'll see is I have a bunch of different things in here, and I can click on report. Now my JSON's actually not going to show up because I saved it in the wrong location. But I also have a lot of custom visuals in this report file too. So this is great because I can extract this. So if I had a custom theme in here too, I can actually pull that JSON out. And then I can take that JSON and reuse it. So did you learn something new today? Sweet. OK. So then after you get your files exactly the way you want it, let me go back and open this back up. So I'm reopening my PBIX file. And if you have multiple files you're opening, Power BI files, it's going to open a new instance of PBI Desktop because each Power BI file is considered a separate project. So now it's launching it. Oh, there's my demo. Where did I? Oh, I saved it to OneDrive. So let's just do that. I got 5 minutes. I'll go to OneDrive real quick. Demo. PBIX. And so what I'll do now is I saved, wow, I was in, you know what, guys? This is awesome. Okay, I'm just tired. All right, but I got a few minutes left, so I'll just show you anyways. So then once you get your report the way you want it, one of the things you can do is you can actually save it as a template. So to save it as a template, you would go to the File tab, Export, and then you have the option here to do Power BI template. So when you do a Power BI template, what it's going to do is what gets packaged up in your template are your report pages, your visuals, and other visual elements. What will also be included is your data model definition. That includes your schema, your relationships, your measures, calculated columns, things like that, and then all the queries and the query parameters. What's not included is your actual report's data. So what it is, it works as a template, and then when you save it, and this is something you could test around with, but it won't include your data, but it'll include all the visuals, so you at least have the template in place. And then what'll happen is that file will be saved as a PBIX file. So what I'll do is, how much time do I have left? Let's see here. Okay. So what I'll do real quick, I got 3 minutes. So I'll go ahead and save this as a template. Let me switch the theme real quick. I'll import it as the theme. I'll do the Excel. I'll save it. I've got a backup. I can re-download this from the service. So I'm going to go ahead. It's telling me that it's been imported successfully. I'll save it as a template now, export to a Power BI template. I can go ahead and put a description here if I want. In this case, I'll just say, Ignite demo. Click OK. Then it's going to prompt me to save this file, and so I don't lose it. I'm just going to go ahead and save this to my desktop and click Save. Now I save the file, and I do have a habit. I didn't download from the internet, so it should be fine, but I do have a habit just to check to make sure that nothing's blocked. And you'll notice it's not blocked like when I downloaded the JSON file, because this is something I saved locally. I did not download it from the internet. So what I can do now is I can go ahead and launch this template file, and when I do, it's going to prompt me. Now I do have 2 versions of Power BI Desktop. The black one is actually the Power BI Desktop for report server on-prem, and this is the one for the PBI service. So I'll go ahead and open this, and when I open it, it's going to use my template to create the new Power BI report file. And so you'll see it's initializing the model. And I really don't have a lot of data in here. But it's, I have quite a few pages and some visuals on it. And so what it's going to do now, it's going to go ahead and create my file. And then you're going to see it's refreshing my data model now, because it brings my data model in. One minute. So once it brings it in, I'll just really quickly tell you that what happens is it's going to bring this in, and then what I can do is I can go ahead and change it. So you see, it's going to, come on. There we go. It brings everything in. It has the current data that I have, but what it has is not going to bring in your new data. So it has a template, and then what I would do is go into the data model, which I'm running out of time, but I would go into the data model and change my source. And if I change my source, have it all apply. So that's something that I can always do for another session. All right. Thank you very much for attending. Here's a quick slide of some resources, which gives you, these will be posted online as well. But thank you very much. Hope you guys had a great Ignite. Safe travels home, and hope you have a wonderful weekend.